Okay, so this is Carrie Heaps with Chromatic Counsel coming at you with another color card reading, and this one is for my summer palette people. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I do these color card readings once a month, and these are done for each season for spring, summer, winter, and autumn. If you do not know what your season is, there is a link in the show notes below where you can have your seasonal palette done virtually online from anywhere in the world. When I do these color card readings, these are for entertainment purposes only, but if I do say something that resonates with you and helps you, that's wonderful. I pick 3 cards, one for mind, body, and soul, and these are colors that you want to have around you, that you can visually see. So it could be a trinket, it could be a picture, or even just the color cards themselves that you can have. Oh, let me just shuffle these one more time on your desk. Now, I always use the color cards from in a seagull. There's a link in the show notes below if you'd like to have a deck of your own. They're great to have and get lots of different uses out of those. Now, my summer palette for summer people, every season has their own personality traits, and summers typically the personalities are associated with elegance, calmness, emotional intelligence. Some of the most powerful people in the world are summers. Summers often come across as refined, trustworthy, graceful, and quietly confident. Most summers project a soothing and polished presence that makes others feel very comfortable and at ease. Their softer, cooler color palette enhances their sophistication and creates an impression of professionalism, diplomacy, and timeless beauty. So I'm going to go ahead and pick 3 cards here for my summer people. How funny is that? So the first one here is lilac, and if you remember, that's the one that I picked up just to show you what the cards look like, and then I reshuffled the deck. So you were meant to see this, summers. So lilac, and this actually is one of your colors too. Lilac, strengthen your faith. So I'm going to pick another one here towards the center. Azure, protect yourself. And I'm going to pick another one here towards the end. I think I'm just going to go ahead and pick this one. White, lighten up. I love this. This has actually come up in other seasonal readings today. So we have lilac, azure, and white. So I'm going to start with the lilac first. And this one obviously is very, very strong because, again, I actually picked this one twice even after I shuffled the deck. So lilac tells us to strengthen our faith. Now, with strengthening your faith, and this is going to look different for everyone, regardless of what your beliefs are, you want to make sure that you're strengthening your relationship to whatever your faith is. And this could be whether it's a particular religion or, connecting to a higher power, the universe, whatever, again, it's going to be different for everyone. No right or wrong way here, but it's saying to strengthen your faith. And what I'm kind of getting from this card is that, perhaps some of you have been going through a difficult time, or you've just been feeling so topsy-turvy, like a lot of people have. It's just a sign of the times, I think. But strengthening our faith and having something to anchor on gets us through tougher times. And this card is saying to do that, but also to what I'm getting from here, because we have these beautiful flowers on the cover, the beautiful lilacs here, is to stop and smell the roses. Stop for a moment and pause and be grateful and thankful for where you're at. Find things to give gratitude for, and take time to smell the flowers, because at the end of the day, for all of us, life is short and we want to enjoy the journey. So stop along this path, and when you have beautiful flowers in front of you, stop, admire them, take a photo of them, smell them, whatever you feel comfortable doing. But strengthening your faith in just yourself and whatever higher power that's going to help you through whatever you might be going through. Some of you might feel that, wow, I've just been going through a lot, and it just seems to just never end. Strengthening your faith is going to help you and see you through whatever it is you're going through. And again, this is going to be different for everybody, but this lilac, having it around you, again, like having these color cards and just propping them up on your desk so you can see the lilac. You want to visually be able to see all of these colors around you. Now, the second one that I picked is a blue color, which is azure, and it tells us to protect ourselves. And this is not something that, oh, protect yourself like, oh gosh, something's going to happen. You want to protect yourself, meaning it's almost like the imaginary bubble, having an imaginary bubble around yourself, or like we see here, like the rays of the sunshine, where you're basking yourself in a protective light. And this, I think, is more for people who might be, and I feel that there's people out there that are listening that are struggling with personal boundaries, maybe, or boundaries at work where they're not saying no and you're overloading yourself. And that can lead to a breakdown. That can lead to you not being able to do all the things that you need to be doing for you. So if you are in a situation where boundaries have been crossed, having that conversation to protect yourself and saying, look, I would like to help you, but I can't. And, let's figure something else out. Again, this could be caregiving. This could be something at a job where they've let go of a lot of people and now you are doing the work of 5 people rather than 1, and you just can't do it. And you need to protect yourself because you can only go so far doing this kind of thing. No one is immune to having that moment where we're like, we can't do this anymore, and you just can't. You just kind of give up. You don't want to put yourself, so this card is saying to protect yourself and put those boundaries in place. Talk to your supervisor, talk to someone at work, or talk to somebody, again, if it's a personal matter with caregiving or childcare, to where they can pick up some of the slack or somebody else can be brought in, because there is an option. The sun tells us that there is another option out there for you. You just might not see it right now. But by putting the boundaries in place, that option will probably pop up at some point. So keep that in mind. But, protecting ourselves from a mental standpoint is what the card's really saying. It's not from a physical standpoint. White, this card has actually come up in the other color palette readings today, which I think is kind of interesting. And it's the white card. It tells us to lighten up. And I think maybe some people who might be listening could be going through a lot where they're just, everything feels like drama. Everything feels overwhelming. And you need to stop and just kind of smell the roses, ask for, some help, take a deep breath, but just to lighten up, to say, hey, let's find the humor in this. Laughter is always a great medicine for a lot of people. But finding the humor, lightening up a little bit to go, okay, this is crazy that I'm going through this, but I'm going to find the humor in it, or I'm going to set some boundaries and find a different way to handle this. So this is also a card that tells us that we need to do that. Typically, when we have that white around us too, that's going to instigate our creative flow, because it can induce creativity in us to kind of, again, find a creative option that we didn't think about before. But we need to kind of lighten up and just, when we laugh, it changes our mental state, it changes our mood, and it changes the energy around us. So this card tells me that, you need to kind of laugh a little bit more, take a break, and just figure out, strengthen your faith, strengthen your boundaries, and laugh a bit more, and things are going to change. So that's the reading that I have right now for my summer palette people. Again, I hope what I shared with you today resonates with you, but the white, azure, the blue, the lilac, have that around you where you can visually see it for the month of June. And again, if you are looking to have a personalized color card reading, you do need to know your season for that, but there is a link below in the show notes where you can schedule that directly with me on the site. And I hope what I shared today resonates with you and helps you a little bit. And I hope to see you next month for next month's color card reading. And again, these are for entertainment purposes only. But I do hope what I shared resonates with you and helps you. And as always, life is short. Wear your colors and shine through and make things happen.